So, you know what's funny? A lot of people know that I was a huge Xbox fan for a very long time. And then I don't want to say switched to PlayStation, but I played more on PlayStation for a couple of years there where I hardly played on Xbox. All true. I stopped a podcast that was called Xbox Nation, basically because I wasn't having fun with Xbox. I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't enjoying the gaming on Xbox. Microsoft was kind of letting me down. It was just a bad situation. I'll just call it what it was. Now, when it comes to what Sony is doing and what with PlayStation versus what Xbox is doing, they're different things. But also, I want to point out that what Microsoft does often is get the short end of the stick, and what I mean by that is actually pretty simple. If you want to know exactly what I'm talking about right here, to me, it's like the PlayStation fans are very much more concerned with what's going on with Xbox than what Xbox fans are. And it's kind of funny. Like, I was just saying this. I'm in a DM with, you guys know J-Dub, the big PlayStation fan, likes to troll on Twitter, Mooch, Xbot. So we're in this DM all the time and just going back and forth. And, sometimes it gets a little bit heated. But the interesting thing is the level of things that people say that they don't really understand how things work. Like, people go, they showed me this thing that was on Twitter, and somebody was like, the best thing that could happen to Xbox is be if they got rid of Game Pass. And I'm like, does this person not understand what happens if there was no Game Pass? There would be no Xbox. So goes Game Pass, so goes Xbox. You can't have one with the other anymore. That's just the way, the type of company that Microsoft is, right? Like, the hatred for Game Pass because they think it disrupts their level of enjoyment on PlayStation or whatever, or because they don't want to see people get a better deal. I think that's exactly what it is, right? Like, they don't want to see people get a good deal and get all these games for such a low price when they're sitting there paying $70+ a game. And I understand it, because the $70 a game thing is a bit much, especially now when we're paying so much for it with gas and inflation and all that kind of stuff. But PlayStation and Microsoft, they're two different entities, and this is an instance where people thought that they really got Xbox, right? They really got them. They got them, it's they busted them. Right? So here's what we see, and I thought this was very interesting because everybody was talking about this, okay? And now the Forza director actually insisting that they're not misleading anyone over in-game ray tracing. So imagine that, right? Like, people want to act like there's some kind of media favoritism for Xbox all of a sudden, and I see stuff like this, and I'm like, are you guys stupid? How can this be media favoritism? Everybody is looking for a reason to hate Xbox still. They are. They're looking for a reason to really hate Xbox. Now, when you look at this, over the everything's shifted, right? All the PlayStation fans hating on Starfield. They're like, Starfield sucks. You can't land your ship. Oh my God. What's going to happen now? You can't land your ship. That's it. I'm not playing a game I wasn't going to play already, but now that you can't land the ship, I know for sure I'm not going to play it. Like, seriously. So now they've moved on, or they're probably still stick with that. But Forza Motorsport is the next thing. People are saying that it's not going to do ray tracing and things like that. But the creative director has now emphasized that ray tracing support announced last week will be present when you're actually playing the game. So we get confirmation for that, but people are still going to run with it like it's some kind of lie. So they actually took shots at Gran Turismo 7, and I love this. In a possible dig at rival Gran Turismo 7, which only features the lighting effect in replays, Forza director Chris Esky said on Thursday that developer Turn 10 wasn't trying to mislead or be funny with words. Ray tracing is here. It's on the track, and most importantly, it's real-time gameplay. This was during a live stream. He said, I really want to make it clear when we say on track, it doesn't mean it's only in replays or that it's in photo mode on track and we're just being funny with words. We're not trying to mislead anyone here. When you're racing and you're at playing the game, ray tracing is on, and we want to be really clear about that. When you're playing it, it's a level of immersion that can absolutely be subtle at times, but the thing is, it really just pulls you in to the visuals and experience unlike we've had before. When we talk about ray tracing, yeah, it looks amazing, it looks photoreal, it looks immersive, but you get that in a replay. I want to be really clear about that. Forza Motorsport's in-game ray tracing seems to encompass both reflections and ambient occlusion. However, Esky has clarified that the footage shown in the recent Xbox showcase trailer features full global illumination, which calculates lighting bouncing off surfaces into other surfaces, which he stressed was set to feature in non-gameplay sequences. I think that's incredible, he said. It just goes to show how far we've come from the ground up. With our lighting and with this ray tracing and how immersive and how much of the visual leap we've made because of these new consoles and the power that we have in our hands. Real-time ray tracing, which allows for realistic simulations of light reflections similar to those in CGI movies, is the flagship visual feature of new-gen consoles, both the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. So it's something that people can kind of, figure out for themselves what's going on. But I kind of just wanted to point out that I thought it was very funny that, this is the thing that so many people are kind of hyped up on, and they're saying that it's not possible, it can't be doing this. The global illumination is different than regular ray tracing, and the global illumination will only be available in playbacks and stuff like that. So they clarify these things, but also let you know, yes, you're going to be able to get real ray tracing on the track in the game. And I think that's going to be a really cool feature to get. We're finally going to start to see this 12 teraflop beast do what it's supposed to do. And you know what? I don't think I'll ever understand why so many people are just obsessed with Xbox that don't really like Xbox or that have no intention of playing these things. Like, to me, it doesn't make any sense at all. But it is nice to see the developers fighting back with, some of their own words and kind of letting everybody know, hey, you know what? This is something that we are going to do. Let me clarify that. Absolutely, it's going to be while you race, not just replays for this, but there is this other type of ray tracing with the, ambient occlusion and stuff like that, that's going to be on the replays and stuff like that. That's what Gran Turismo 7 does. But this is what the hope was all along when it came to Xbox Series X, the ability to do ray tracing and all these different types of things. So I just wanted to kind of point this out and just say, listen, if you're not an Xbox fan, or if you're a, whatever fan, it doesn't matter. It's okay to let other people be happy, and I listen, I am guilty of that too, but I have this new kind of idea where, if something's bothering me, I let it be known for 24 hours and then move on. Right? Because it doesn't do anybody any good. It doesn't do your own mental health any good. It doesn't do anybody trying to watch you any good if you're constantly just upset and angry. That's not what video games are all about, and I try to tell people this, and they don't understand where I'm coming from a lot of the time. But I wanted to do a video about this. I'm very passionate about this stuff. I love Xbox. I love what they're doing. That the Series X is my all-time favorite console. I love the PlayStation 5 too. So many people just think that I hate PlayStation now, and that's not true. I love PlayStation 5. I played the exclusives, man. They got a hell of a lineup of games. I can't wait to play stuff like Spider-Man 2. God of War Ragnarok is my most anticipated game this year. I'm hoping it still comes out this year. I'm going to play, all that stuff. And I can't wait to see what's next when it comes to Xbox and PlayStation. I just prefer Xbox, right? Like, a lot of people wonder why. Listen, I'm approaching 200,000 gamer score. I prefer achievements to trophies. The ecosystem is just there, and it's just a better setup for me. I have so many games on Xbox, as you guys know, if you've been following my channel. Something like 1,200 games installed on my Xbox right now, or close to it. I just enjoy it. It's just, it feels like home to me. I like the games. I also like PlayStation 5 games, but I like the single player stuff that PlayStation has to offer, and so I kind of want people to realize that going forward. So with that being said, what do you guys think about this? Are you guys siding with the developer here? It's so weird that, in my opinion, so many people just disavow what a developer says, right? I don't understand that line of thinking whatsoever. Let me know, though. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. If you do watch my video, please like the video. It helps it to be seen, and it helps the channel to grow. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. Have a great day. Crap gamer out.